All right, everybody, welcome in. This is Real Talk with Spoon and Puddin. I'm the one only Big Spoon.
I'm anonymous today.
Anonymous?
Yeah, that's fine. Got my Thief for Vendetta Halloween mask on.
All right, the primary purpose of this podcast is to educate and share our thoughts and opinions. When we have proof and evidence on the topic, it will be brought forth. This podcast does not constitute advice or services to anyone. Spoon and Puddin do not accept any responsibility or liability for our guests. For anyone, our guests, or anyone's comments or actions based on the material we talk about on our podcast. This podcast is for private, non-commercial use, and everyone should ascertain that the information we provide is correct and verified at all times. There shall be no adding, editing, or reproduction of this podcast without prior written permission from Spoon and Puddin. You can reach us at realtalkwithspoonandpuddin@gmail.com. What's going on today, Puddin?
Oh, not much. What you doing? Halloween.
I should have brought my mask in.
I don't know where you got your mayor mask on. You're coming
Yeah,
as
right.
Portland's mayor. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Is it my computer that seems to be slow or something?
Was it yours or mine?
I don't know. It looks a little glitchy on your end. I don't know. We've had some issues starting out, but this morning. Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and take that off. What's that? Is it feedback? You got something?
Nah, that was me. What is that?
So, is it my too though? Yeah, I don't know.
It's got to be your mic because I unplugged mine and plugged mine back in. Unplug your mic and see what it does. I can't hear you, but I don't hear the buzzing and stuff anymore. Plug it back in and see if it still does it. Unmute yourself. You are muted.
Okay, there we go. There, is it better?
Yes, a whole lot better.
Okay.
Sorry, people, we were having technical difficulties this morning all the way around. I don't know what that was. It was like an alien ship was interfering with our signal.
Oh, well, it's not used to Mondays. You had your problem early on, and then
you had to come in there and just show me up, didn't you?
I wasn't trying to. Oh boy! So anyway, so you're coming as mayor today, and I was Guy Forks. So what was you going to talk about there, Mayor?
Well, we got a few things coming up. Happy Halloween, everybody. Today, the city puts on their trunk or treat at Richland Park, so I'll be partaking in that and handing out candy to the little ones. And
going to have one of your one of the signs that's still left. Do you still have a sign other than the one behind your head?
Oh yeah, I got about a dozen of them put up.
Oh, okay. You've been replacing the ones that get mowed down and taken?
Something's wrong with your mic. I can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
How about now?
All right.
Okay, I just do it without the damn headset on.
Something wrong with your headset?
I don't know. It seems like it was you. I don't know. You was cutting out a lot. I don't know. Now I don't have a mic. If it screws up again, it's on you.
How's it sound?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Well, if it happens again, we'll know it's my mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today's Halloween, partaking in handing out candy to little ones at Richard Park from 5 to 7, trunk or treat. I'll be there a little bit early, probably at least an hour early, and I'll stick around a little bit after, just in case there's anybody wants to talk. Well, the few things I wanted to hit on was we talked about last week on the money, and I want to hit on the money again. In the last 3 years, your sitting mayor and the board that sits there, they have went from a budget of 11 million 2 years ago, a little over 11 million, to down to in the COVID year to a little over 10 million. And then last year, a budget went up to about 15, a little over 15 million. So in 2 years, you went up $5 million in your budget. That's $2.5 million a year. But every year they went over budget. See, I got this one in. Was it here? The one I could show here 2 years ago was what I figured the budget was $12,895, but the actual spending was $14,323,000. So it was a difference of $1.5 million. That was 2 years ago, and then they went over in the COVID year, and they're over again last year. So you mix that with the 55, about estimated of $55 million that the city owes and borrowed money and payments that stretch out past the year 2050. What I don't understand is how many more people, why aren't there many more people paying attention to this? Are they just okay with, them to keep spending?
I think it's in some ways you can blame it on the state too, though. I mean, look at the state; they're not shutting it down. Okay. What happened? Where'd you go? Oh well, I guess we'll wait and see when. To hell.
Everything's going to hell this morning. Everything.
What? You want me to remove and try again? Hold on.
Nah. Why? So we go back to our regular sides? Yeah, you can if you want to. It don't matter. Well, we should have stuck to Sunday morning. We've done screwed the whole parallel of everything up. Yeah, what I'm saying is for the life of me, I can't understand why there's not more people in the city that's paying attention. And it's not just this current mayor and board's problem. Some of this does stem from before them, but instead of making things better, it's like they grabbed a hold of what they was given and said, "Hey, everybody, hold my beer. I can do worse. I can spend more money."
Well, it's not that. It's the comptroller of the treasury is supposed to be the ones oversighting them. And it seems that they just don't, I mean, eventually somebody's got to say something. What are they going to do whenever? Oh, look at big boy.
Well,
I see you looking at.
Yeah, it's just like this year's election year, so they're not raising property taxes and all that. But if they get reelected, next year it's coming, right? Water, sewer, gas, land taxes, all that's going up. It has to keep up with their spending. And me and another buddy, we talked the other night. So I dove more into the numbers, and the estimated money that as a city that we owe is around 55 million. And I looked up the population of the city, and if the population's right, we're just over 13,000. I think it was like 13,231, something like that. So I went with the 55 million estimated number and the 13,000 as a population. All right. If you divide those numbers, it comes to $4,230 per person. That's every man, woman, and child that lives in the city. If they were to hand that money over to the city, all 13,000 people that live in the city, we could pay off our debt. And you may think, well, that don't seem like a big number. But a family of four, that's about 17,000. Me, I'm a family of seven, so that's going to be 29,600, just shy of $30,000. That's a lot of damn money per person and per family to pay off the debt that we currently owe. And that's not counting the money that they're going to continue to borrow. And it doesn't count the rate that they're going to continue to spend. We all know if you want to have anything, or you want to maintain anything, or you want to make money, you have to spend money. But there's a smart and a stupid way to spend money. All right. I've not one time heard this sitting mayor say that they were going to stop wasteful spending, cut corners, investigate the different departments to see where they're losing money. See, I think this is where he dealt himself a bad hand, especially for the smart people that are paying attention and are not falling victim to the fakeness and the local media and all the election vote getting videos and pictures and everything that the current mayor's doing. Is that when he took over, he didn't have an internal audit done and try to negate all the negative and straighten out what was going on and start fresh. And that's why I said it's like he come in and the board come in and they said, well, we know y'all done bad, but here, hold our beer. We're going to do much worse. We're going to spend a lot more. You know, it's just like when me and you have conversations with people when we say Trump spent as much money in 4 years as Obama did in 8. And all the Trump supporters, oh, whoa. We're not saying anything bad about Trump. We're just telling you the facts.
Can you hear
me?
Is this working?
Okay. It's working.
All right. No, it's you. People don't want to believe it, but then it was COVID. He'd have to sign that shit. He could have made Congress vote it. You know, I thought he was supposed to drain the swamp and fix things. You know, I mean,
right. Well, I don't want to get in debate about Trump. I was just making the point. You know, point.
I mean, well, there's nothing to debate about Trump. He was absolutely. You know, there's people that swear to God by them, think he hung the moon, and he didn't. You know, but now this, like I said, you started this local stuff. I didn't want it, and you know, looking at it, it's ridiculous. And the mayor, like I said it last Sunday, fuck him, and I'm not going to back that one off.
You should do me a solid though. Don't cost me votes.
Why? Because I don't like the current mayor?
No, I'm not. No, that's not what I'm saying.
And I think the current mayor is
tone it down a little bit when you.
Oh God!
I'm just saying for my benefit, because there's
maybe
a lot
you
of people
maybe you cost yourself, folks. Where's your passion, man? Look at you. Look at you. I'm gonna put you on the street corner and pay down some of Tennessee's budget with that thing right there. Go on, lick that straw some more. Come on now, get on there.
Oh, I have passion, but what I'm saying is we don't have to.
Nope. Where'd you go?
Oh, I'm here.
You cut out.
No, it's It's your mic.
I don't know if it's my mic. We've been just having a bad morning.
every time you move and you're saying I'm cutting out, it's your cord or something.
I'm not really moving, really. I'm trying not to. How about now?
You see any difference or hear any difference with this?
Okay, let's see. You hear anything?
Yes, it's that cord.
It's that cord?
Yes. So long as you stay still. Now put it back on. As long as you stay still, you're fine. I can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
No, you can put your headset back on. You just need to stay still, and it's fine.
Now I hear clicking, so I don't know. It's just the computer.
I think it's where like you're on that, and then I'm on the headset. Let me unplug my headset and see what it says.
Show everybody how you're going to pay that.
What does this sound like?
Whoa, that's echoey.
It's echoey. Well, I'm going back with my headset then. All right, what about now?
Better.
All right. Now, what I was saying is, what the hell? Look in the comments. Can you see anything in your comment section?
Oh, gosh. Okay. I don't know.
What the hell? Anyway, what I was saying is there's a lot of people that like to listen to us and they gain knowledge and information from us, and they get turned off sometimes if you say too many curse words or no. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen
mute
to me.
Michelle's in there saying mute me.
If you she said get him. That's what she said. What I'm saying is if you say too many curse words or you're too derogatory or you're too
sorry about people's feelings.
I understand that, and I'm not trying to take. I'm not. Listen to me. You got 2 ears. Listen. I'm not trying to take away your First Amendment right. I'm just trying to ask you, man to man, spoon to pudding, do me a solid till after election. We only got a week to go. Then after election, say what the hell ever you want to say, however you want to say it, whether I like it or not.
Look at it this way. These people that can't listen to language, okay, that turn things off, that means my voice, what I say, something I say makes their life. They have to change something.
I'm not saying I'm not saying you can't still say what you want to say.
No.
Just word it a different way.
A word making someone react physically is kind of that's power.
Hey, it's people get offended and well, I'm not going to vote for this guy because he's friends with this guy. Hey, that's just how the world is. Whether me and you either agree with it, we don't. But you're guilty by association. So there's several people going to go, well, I'm not going to vote for Charles Cole because that Puddin guy's an a-hole, and I don't like to listen to him. And there's going to be people saying, well, I'm not going to vote for Charles Cole because he's an a-hole, right? We're guilty by association.
Well, that's good. Be guilty. Don't worry about people you ain't going to get to vote for you. You want to look at it and try to figure the problem out. All Cows wants to do is run around and take screenshots and happy shots of him running around trying to kiss every baby in Portland,
Yep.
while at the same time, while he's, here, have some fluoride, child,
Well, maybe, I just want the people to open their eyes and see what's going on, open their ears and listen to what's being said. And not only from us, but from all around, from all the spectrums. And know this, your other two candidates running for mayor are spending everybody else's money. They're spending the people's money. I got in this because I want to make a difference in my community, and I want to fix a lot of the issues, especially the big ones, and I want to be the people's voice. Everything that I've done in my campaign, I've paid for out of my pocket. I've worked extra days overtime to cover signs and candy and stage.
Oh, steaks! We're having steaks tonight. All right.
Not those steaks. Steaks for the signs.
I thought you thought, man, come on, man! I thought you was buying everybody steaks.
and the gas going here and there, but
You went from signs to candy to steaks, and I was like, "Oh, right, that's tonight."
But I want people to realize that. That I feel like me personally, that says a lot about a person. That will give not only their time and effort,
not to mention everyone gets a weekly chat with the mayor here,
right?
Yes, to get some.
Not only gives his time and his effort, but he works extra as his full-time job to make money to spend and not take an ass.
That's what you're passionate about.
Huh?
You're passionate about it, so
yeah. Well, you got to be passionate about it. I just hope that number one, the people will get out and vote. Early voting, we didn't have a good turnout. I didn't think. I think it was estimated around 1,000, maybe a little over 1,000 people for early voting, and that's not everybody in the city. That's city and county, or outside the city limits. What do you want to say? That was early voted here in Portland. I know there's a few that early voted outside the city of Portland, because in early voting you can vote at any precinct. And some told me they done it for the simple fact of they didn't want to be bombarded trying to go in and out to vote, like we talked about last week with the mayor and some of the boards sitting out 100 feet directly outside the door in the parking lot, blocking parking spaces and walkways. People has actually told me this. Like this is the reason they went out of town to early vote. Like I said, that was the conversation of the summer. The lady from the Sumner County Election Commission come over and had with us, because we were sitting off to the side by the sidewalk in the grass. I wasn't over there for that conversation. I'm just telling you what she said, that she asked him to leave several times, 2 days in a row. They were rude to her.
They want to be. Well, no, they want to be thugs like the chief of police there and intimidate everybody on their way in the polls and remind them, "Hey, make sure you're voting for me."
And they were very demanding and adamant that they weren't moving and they were right. And like I told her, I said,
they get behind that. Once you get behind that little screen and you go to vote, though, you can shit can them.
Yeah, like I told her, I said they spend the money and they feel like they have all the power, so they do whatever the hell they want to do. She said that's obvious, and I said, well, that's just my 2 cents.
I really don't have a whole lot to talk about this week. I don't know about you.
What do you think about that number though? Over $4,000 per person in the city, and if you're a family of 4, 17,000. That's for the money that you owe right now, and that's not including the money they're going to continue to borrow and spend.
No, eventually somebody's going to have to come down on them because they're not going to fix it. You already know that.
But the question is, who? Yeah,
who's going to fix them? Nobody. I don't know if the state's going to do it. Do you think the state will do it?
No, I think all the states worried about it as long as they get their cut, just like everybody else, right?
No, I didn't really. I don't know, man. Like I said, I ain't really been watching too much of the news. I don't pay much attention to it. More Biden stiffies, I guess. But
what about Pelosi's home, and didn't her husband get shot or?
I don't know.
You didn't hear that? You ain't been keeping up with it?
I ain't even pay much attention to anything. Why the hell do I want to pay attention to the news? It's stupid. Ain't nothing being fixed.
Well, I can tell you.
At Twitter.
Them Tennessee Volunteers are 8-0, baby. And the Gators lost in the cocktail party to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, well, good for your Volunteers, but
So this coming Saturday. This coming Saturday is going to be a dogfight in Athens.
Mm.
No pun intended. The Volunteers versus the Bulldogs, Smokey and Ugga.
So you're thinking that they can do anything? I don't know.
Number 1 versus number 2.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think that's going to go?
Well, I mean, in all aspects, Georgia should beat us. I mean, they're defending champion. They're still unbeaten, and they have a lot more players, number 1, and talent, number 2. So, but that don't always mean anything. That's why you play the game. I personally think it would be better for us if we played them close and lost by 3 or 4 points in a dogfight than if we won, because if we beat them, the odds are 95% or better that that Tennessee's going to win out, because you play South Carolina, Missouri, and Vanderbilt. Of course, you could get beat by Missouri or South Carolina if you didn't play well, but not likely. And then what do you get rewarded with? Oh, hey, here's the SEC championship game. And if Alabama wins out, you have to play Alabama for a second time before you even get in the playoffs. So I think it would be better, just personally, if Tennessee and Georgia played a great hard-fought game and Tennessee lost a close one. And Georgia goes to the SEC title game and Alabama beats Georgia, and then you got a 3-way one loss there, because Tennessee would hold the tiebreaker over Alabama would hold the tiebreaker over Georgia, and Georgia would hold the tiebreaker over Tennessee. So you have all 3 1 losses. You hope Michigan, Ohio State, one of them are going to lose because they play each other. And then it's possible you could see Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee, all 3 in the college football playoff. But a lot of things got to happen. But as a fan of Tennessee, I bleed orange. Do I anticipate a win? No, I do not. But I did not anticipate a win against Alabama either. I was banking on about a 9-3 season, hopeful for 10-2, and we're sitting at 8-0.
I hope the Gators win my meal back next year. That's all I want.
Nah, they're on the decline. They're going to have to make some major changes. But something else I forgot to mention. If nothing changes this Thursday morning, 8 a.m., I'll be back on WQKR for another radio interview before the election. So we got some good things coming. Halloween today, trunk or treat at Richland Park, handed out candy from 5 to 7. Thursday, radio show on WQKR at 8 a.m. And then we're just one day from a week being election day, next Tuesday, November 8th. So it's going to be a short sprint marathon here. What are you looking at there?
I was wondering. The only thing I wanted to talk about was Twitter and Elon, and it looks like they're putting Trump back on.
Oh yeah,
Account suspended. Says, I guess they're saying it's coming back. I don't know.
Well, I personally don't like the man that much.
But I don't like him. But they had no right to suspend him. You know?
No, he's got freedom of speech just like I do and like you do, and let him say what he's going to say.
Oh yeah, exactly. Why are you telling me to wash my mouth?
Huh?
You keep telling me to wash my mouth.
Well, a lot of people say, "Are you a Trump guy?" No, I'm not a Trump guy. I don't hate him, but I'm not a Democrat or Republican supporter. So I'm against all parties, but the one party that I lean more towards is the Libertarians, just like you do. But doesn't mean I don't belong to any party.
Libertarians a mindset. That's the thing. It's more
But even the Libertarian Party itself, they have so many chinks in their armor because you have so many of them going in different directions. that call themselves libertarians when they're really not. And we all know what the Democrats are, and we all know what the Republicans are.
Well, Ron Paul was the one that really helped me. It was, first and foremost, it was Ron Paul that I really followed. And a lot of people understand. He would have been the best president, I think. Because he was so completely against all of the establishment. Or wanted to. But then again, who knows? He might would have got in there, and then the real powers would have told him, "Hey, you're going to do what we tell you to do. You're going to do what we say." Because supposed to go in there and drink. And what did he do? He became the swamp. He spent so much money. It's like, wow, okay.
Well, I think he done some good. I think he done some good things, and I think he wanted to do some other good things. But there was a lot of bad things he did too. And the funniest thing that I laughed at people was, well, Trump cut taxes. He gives us tax breaks. Nothing he did was for the working people. But you can't.
The one thing I can say about him is I was definitely entertained.
Well, of course.
Never a dull moment with that.
Well, I wish. I wish. I mean, you talked about this before, if you remember. I wish we could have had a campaign run and against Schwarzenegger against Trump. If Schwarzenegger could have run for president, of course he can't because he wasn't born here. But that would have been a very entertaining head-to-head matchup.
I don't know. But no, I've been off Twitter for a while, but I was kind of curious.
Yeah, what happened to you posting these all over Twitter? That was your one social media site you were supposed to stay on top of.
Well, all of a sudden it looked like Elon wasn't buying it and freedom wasn't going to win, or Twitter censorship was going to come back. And now he's bought it and fired like two of the top executives. They're out.
Is that a Carol Burnett Hobbit back there? Mama's family, grandma?
You Carol Burnett Hobbit? He said, "Don't be talking about her hair."
She got an old granny robe on, hair up like Carol Burnett.
Yeah. Let's see. Just move on out the way real quick when she comes on. Oh, she ain't gonna come by now?
No, I don't want to come by.
Oh, now she's taking her hair down, thanks to you.
Somebody need to answer that damn phone.
Yeah.
That's my sick bed here.
Uh-huh. No, but anyway, I was, like I said, the Twitter thing, I've been off of it.
I deleted it off my phone because I got tired of getting all the stupid notifications.
I hated the notifications. I didn't like them. Like I said, I was hoping Twitter was going to, and it might. I don't know, now that Elon did buy it. I mean, I was surprised what he did. He did fire. Okay, come on. Suck on it. Get on it.
Shut up.
Portland City debt down. Come on.
Put me on the street corner. I'll eliminate some of that debt.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should. I don't know, man.
What do you mean you don't know?
Huh? What?
I said, what do you mean you don't know? You don't know shit.
You blocked him?
Huh? Yeah, I went on there. Yeah, I went over and blocked it. I ain't never seen that before.
That was funny. Oh boy. But no, we'll see. I keep wondering. Like I said, I just downloaded the Twitter app and was looking at it because, and then it was like that was the thing where they were saying Trump account will be back, and I was like, huh. But the lady that did the suspension of Trump, she got, she got fired last week. So,
I'm sitting there looking at these numbers I had.
Elon just asked, bring back Vine.
Uh-huh.
Bring back Vine. Remember Vine videos?
Vine videos.
You don't remember the Vine videos?
I don't reckon. I remember MTV videos.
Oh, no, Vine. They were videos. They were like 6-second videos. You had to get everything. You had to do a video, but it couldn't be more than 6 seconds long.
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like Twitter was famous.
Kind of like a reel, but
kind of like TikTok was or
Yeah.
is. You know, I seen a talk show talking about that. Like, they said Twitter could have had everything, man. They said Twitter had Vine. You know, Twitter had that, and now look at TikTok. You know, it's kicking ass. I guess I got to go back and get on Twitter again and see what's going on.
Tweeter.
Yeah.
Well, since you ain't got much to talk about, I'm gonna go over some of these numbers again, and then.
Well, no, I don't care about football or, most of this other stuff.
Football is the number one sport in the country and in the world.
Oh, soccer, you mean?
Football. It's football.
It's football in the rest of the world, but it's soccer here.
Yeah.
Because that is the number one sport. Not in the country.
All right, so I'm gonna get back into these numbers. People, don't fall victim to all this. I want to reiterate one thing. I've talked to so many people, and one of the most common things I continue to hear is, "Well, Mike's a good Christian man." Talking about the sitting mayor. He was a preacher, or he is a preacher, or this or that. What does the sitting mayor, being a preacher, being a full-time preacher, being a part-time preacher, or used to be a preacher, have to do with him being qualified and being the best man to run our city? Let me answer that for you. Not a damn thing. All right. I love God and Jesus as much as the next man. But he uses that as a vote getter, the same as he does in the last month of all these videos and pictures of at different things and events that he's going to, going to football games, and working at concession stand to take pictures, and going to the senior home and these different events. And some of these events, I think they just put on just so he could have a photo op. All right. People, don't fall victim to all the fakeness. Don't let.
The only thing I can say about, he does have some skills in teaching and getting people to believe in things. Put it that way.
Well, he's a politician.
He's got people thinking that, hey, believe all of this, and then you can, believe that I don't do no wrong as a mayor. So, again, is that really what you want?
I personally, I think it's an insult to my Lord and Savior Jesus that a man would use his faith and God in a way to try to get votes and to brainwash people. Me and you've talked about this many, many, many times. There's supposed to be separation of the state, which we don't have. And I've had these debates with people in my church about, or deacons for sure, about how you vote on things and everything else, because our country was set up on freedom, and we're supposed to be a republic, and we have a constitution. And of course, they say, "Oh, you got to vote on things on your beliefs and all this." And I'm like, this is where we disagree. You know, I'm a Christian the same as you, and I love God and I love Jesus. But our country was founded on freedom. So I can't go in there and vote on something to remove someone's freedom to do what they want to do just because that's what my faith tells me to do and follow for me. Right? So that's where we get separated. Me and the Christian people, for the most part, it's because they think our country was founded on just Christianity, and it wasn't. It was founded on freedom of all religions. And they think, well, when you go vote, you got to vote just based on your faith. No, I go vote based on the Constitution and how our country was set up. And I'm not going to sit here and use my religion to get me votes. And I'm not going to sit here and use my religion to try to pull people in one direction and make people think that I'm somebody that I'm not. Right? Does that make your sitting mayor a better Christian than I because he does that? Now, if that's your personal preference that you want to use your religion and your Christianity, and that's how you vote on certain items, that's your choice. All I'm saying is, as a man that believes in the Constitution and how our country was set up by our forefathers is, I don't restrict anybody else's pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. So if an amendment comes up that, like there's one, I know in Kentucky, I think Tennessee probably the same way, they want to amend and make abortion illegal throughout the state in Kentucky. If I lived in Kentucky, I would vote no on it. Not because I agree with abortion, but I'm not going to restrict someone else's choice of free will and their freedom to make their own choice. Their decision is between them and their maker of whatever they choose. All right. They may or may not believe in God. My choices are between me and God. This is where me and Puddin differ. He's agnostic. I'm Christian. But we both agree. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. We both agree that our country was set up by the Constitution and freedom of everyone. And that's how we run our country. That's how we should run our city. Not using our religion to lead people astray and vote grab and make them believe one thing. That's what I'm trying to get across to people. That doesn't mean you're setting mayor just because he is a part-time preacher, full-time preacher, whatever. Means he's a greater Christian man than I am or the next man. He just uses it in a way that he shouldn't. That's my opinion. It's okay to be outspoken that you love Jesus and this and that. But when you use it in politics to lead people blindly and grab votes, I think that's as bad as any other sin. That's just my opinion. What are your thoughts?
You know my thoughts on this. You know how I feel about all the Christianity stuff. I mean,
yeah, not to go just too deep. Just the things I talked about. Just hit on them a little bit.
Well, he's the Jew in the temple that trying to sell shit in the temple. That's what he is.
So you're saying he's the one Jesus come over and turned the tables over on, right?
Smack the shit out of him. Maybe but I mean, if Jesus was a man, I don't think that, but I'm just saying if you follow the story
right.
was, he's a fucking Barabbas. I mean, sitting there. I'm sorry, man. I can't get over the fact he knows we've tried to have a conversation with him about fluoride. I ain't getting over that. I'll never get over that.
Well, I've tried to have other conversations with him before that.
Well, I mean, there's no having a conversation with the man. He's going to do exactly what he wants to do, because he knows what's right for you. And, if he wants to sit there and shower himself under the Bible, well, good for you, man. Shower yourself under the Bible and all the people who believe in that. I don't. You're not fooling me. You ain't going to lead me astray. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that God told you this because I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think God puts himself in the middle of politics.
Why? That's what I'm saying. If you look at the deists believe that God created the universe and then rescinded and just went away. Doesn't really seem to care what goes on now. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, look, if you people want to vote for him just because he's a preacher, well, that shows your level of stupidity, I guess. That's the way I look at it. If you want me to say it, I'll just say it. That's your level of stupidity. Vote for somebody just based on religion.
That's like the next guy saying they're going to vote for the write-in candidate just because they think he's racist. It's equal as stupid as the other.
Oh.
Or somebody saying I'm going to vote for Mr. Cole because he's fat and he has a goatee, which is true, but it's still equally as stupid as the other two comments.
Well, I mean, you did suck on that McFlurry straw pretty good there.
It wasn't a McFlurry, but
what was it? A cafe?
A frappe.
A frappe? Oh.
Frappe.
Well, vote for Charles Cole because he can suck on a frappe straw.
That's why my youngest boy always wants me to take him to school. Because he wants to stop at McDonald's and get a frappe. And I'm like, dude, if we stop and get you one, then I have to get one. And if I don't take you to school, then I don't have to stop, and then I don't get one.
Oh.
But anyway, I'm. This was not me trying to offend anybody that's Christian or religious, right? I am Christian. I am religious. I'm just trying to make the point.
When you try to not offend people, you present more of an offense.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and.
I mean, I am who I am. I'm just speaking from the heart. I'm, whether I'm mayor or president or a truck driver like I am now, I am who I am. I don't hide behind it. I don't want to be just direct mean to certain people, but some things have to be said, and you hope that some of the people will open their eyes. But I'm just trying to, get the point across. It doesn't matter if you're a full-time preacher, a part-time preacher, you only go to church on Sunday, or you're a doctor, a school teacher, whatever. If you're a Christian, you're a Christian. So being a full-time or a part-time preacher, being a school teacher, being a garbage man, being a truck driver, none of those should come into play of whether that person is the right man for the job to lead the people and to run the city and help manage everything. People should educate themselves and go vote for who they think the best person is for that job. And if the current mayor is who you think is the best person, then go vote for him. Like I've said a million times, the most important thing for me is for you to use your constitutional right and for all the people to get out and vote. Have a voice. Of course, I would love your support and vote for me. But if, like I said before, if 75% or more of the population gets out and votes and I lose by 5,000 votes, I'll be happy because the people got out and voted and they spoke. But when you do, just remember these numbers. The city has estimated $55 million in debt for money we owe, and they borrowed, and they continue to borrow. They just borrowed a few months ago, $6 million. I think in the last meeting they were going to borrow another $1.5 million, $2 million. as of right now, the population is estimated 13,000 in the city. If you divide that 13,000 by the 55 million that we owe right now, that stretches out past the year 2050 on money we're paying back year by year. And to break that down even further, that I've said before, is that if my 25-year-old daughter has a grandbaby this coming year in 2023, my grandbaby will be graduated from college. Let's see, in 2045. So for another 7 or 8 years after she graduates college, she'll still be paying off the money that the city owes right now. And that's if we don't borrow another dime. So you take that forward 30 years, and you're sitting at owing an estimated 55 million right now. How much money are you going to owe 30 years from now on top of the 55? So get back to the 55 million divided by the 13,000 estimated population. I think it was like 13,231, but I just took it down to the 13. That's $4,230 per person. That's every man, woman, and child that lives in the city. If you're a family of 4, that's $17,000. So every family of 4 would hand over $17,000. Every person would hand over $4,200. I'm a family of 7, so we're right at $30,000. If we all done that, we could pay off our debt. But what's the point? Because if you did that, a year from now, you would be back in debt, because in 2 years, we went from $10 million budget to a $15 million budget. And the year before that was $11 million budget. And all 3 years, even though you had the 10, you had the 11, the 10, and then the $15 million, they still spent more money than the budget. And they're estimated this year to go over budget. And it wasn't a month after they released the 2022-23 budget that they were spending money that wasn't budgeted, and within the first month. So these are all things that you need to keep in mind when you go vote.
Well, I hope hope people vote for you. I mean, I know you want to try.
I would like nothing more to represent the people and try to make a difference, and be one of those people that would actually represent the people and listen to them. They would have my email, they'd have my phone number, they'd be able to come and have conversations, not just be ignored or be told, I don't work for you and I don't work for the people, like I've been told by some of the members of this board, current board. It's very discouraging when people are elected by, or these leaders are elected by the people, and then they turn around and say, well, I don't represent you.
No. Oh, well, I mean, like I said, I guess.
Was that your work?
Yeah.
Working today?
Yeah, got some work. I thought I would be off today. I was like, oh, darn it. Shit. Oh, well. But you might be there if you don't win mayor.
Beware.
Where I work now.
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Where are you going to go?
Hopefully they'll give me some more money where I'm at and I'll stay, but we'll see. I'm almost 3 years. It's hard to walk away when you've been there almost 3 years.
That's a long way to drive for that money, man.
Well, if they give me a little more money, it'd be worth it.
Still, man, driving all that way. You know.
Well, if they give me at least $1 more an hour, that would be what? Say $52 more a week. That'll buy a tank of gas. That'll make up for it.
Buy a tank of gas currently.
Well, yeah.
I don't even. Does that currently even buy a tank of gas?
Well, I mean, I don't let mine get below a half a tank normally, so it's usually about $40, $45 to fill mine up from a half a tank. So But we should get a raise at the first of the year also. So if we get a raise first year and they give me another $1 raise, it'd be more like $60, $70, $75 bump in pay, and that'll make up for the gas. So,
well, but no, I ain't got nothing else. Man, I'm kind of just being lazy today.
I'm gonna have to find.
I know it was all you carried it.
I carried it.
Trying to do what? Hey, come on now! I got you pretty good put you on the street corner.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you like what you hear, you like me, you think I represent you, Tuesday, November 8th, go vote for Mr. Charles Cole for mayor. That would be me. I'm gonna talk in third person like your best buddy.
Oh
no. Mr. Tractor riding racist. So allegedly. Yippee mother. All right. Important things. I'm gonna go over one more time. If you got anything you want to comment or talk about or ask us, you can reach us at realtalkwithspoonandpuddin@gmail.com. Anything you want to talk to me about or ask questions or anything, set up a meet, go like and follow Charles Cole for Mayor Facebook page. You can message there. You can comment. If you need my phone number, you message there and I'll give you my phone number. I usually have kind of like an open door. If I'm not sleeping or ain't got something going on with the kids or the wife, then come sit on the front porch, have a conversation or breakfast or whatever. Coming up today, Portland Richland Park, the city's holding the trunk or treat, 5 to 7 p.m. I'll be there handing out candy, be there to answer questions, talk, whatever. So bring your kids out and get plenty of candy. I hope I got enough. I got quite a bit. But
make sure you get you a frappe before you go so you can show everybody your skills.
This Thursday, 8 a.m., I'll be back on WQKR radio show for another interview. It's going to be an hour long. Take out the commercials. It's more like probably about 35 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe. And then next Tuesday, big day, election day, November 8th. People get out and vote. The most important thing is use your constitutional right and get out and vote. Let your voices be heard. That's all about I got.
That's all I got. I ain't got nothing. I just other than watch Twitter and see what happens.
What about the Hobbit? It's her day. She ain't got nothing.
Oh, she's been. Yeah. All right. Let's see y'all next week.
Guess what? Happy Halloween, everybody!
See y'all next week.